Nadja Callender, Deputy Chief of Family and Community Partnerships at Houston ISD. Thank you for joining us for today's Health and Safety Town Hall, focused on summer activities and safety. As summer break approaches, we want to ensure that all HISD students have the access to enriching experiences and stay safe. Whether you're looking for summer learning options, fun activities around Houston, or practical safety tips, we've got you covered. Let's start with summer learning. Summer school at HISD is a great way for students to stay on track, continue learning, and explore new subjects in a supportive environment. If you're interested in summer school, you can go to houstonisd.org/summer. There you'll find dates and times, locations, and transportation information. We're also proud to partner with community organizations that offer outstanding summer programs for students and families. The YMCA of Greater Houston and the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Houston provide free and low-cost options to help kids stay active and connected during the summer months. So does the Houston Parks and Recreation Department. They are offering the Summer Enrichment Program. There'll be daily activities for kids, including crafts, nutrition and health, and a lot more. But you do have to register. You can find all of the information for the camp on their website, www.houstonparks.org. Joining us today to talk more about these options are Larry Taylor with the YMCA of Greater Houston and Dexter Lockett with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Houston. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Larry, I'm going to start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about the programs being offered by the Y and what students and families can expect?
Sure. We have over 21 locations this summer in terms of our day camps. A number of them have scholarships ranging from 50 up to 100% for families that are in need of care. And we also have a water safety program. So for those that are interested in learning how to feel more secure when going to pools, we offer programs around that so that way they learn safety tips when engaging with water activities.
Wonderful. Dexter, can you talk a little bit about what types of activities are going on at the Boys and Girls Club this summer?
Yes, we are so excited to launch our Beyond the Stars summer program. Being focused on STEM this year, sponsored by ExxonMobil. We're excited to offer enrichment activities as well as our food program. Want to make sure the kids are being fed this summer, and all types of fun throughout Greater Houston. We have 17 clubs that will be open, as well as a new teen remote club that we are launching this summer.
Oh, a remote club. Tell us more about those activities.
So the remote club it's almost like a pop-up club where we're giving kids the opportunity that can't attend with us every day. They will have the option to join remote club. There will be online activities that they will participate in, as well as pop-up engagements that we will have through our 17 clubs.
Give us a sense of some of the activities that the kids will experience at the regular clubs.
Oh, at the regular club, we'll have the STEM activities, of course. We always offer our health and wellness, which is full of all of our sports. We always make sure that we are continuing some type of academic stimulus throughout the summer where kids are learning, but they're having fun while they're doing it. You know, the good old arts and crafts, the cooking classes, all those things that really help with that summer learning gap. We're offering those in a very fun and engaging way at the club.
Wonderful. Larry, I saw you nodding. Can you talk a little bit about the activities that we could expect with the Y program?
Sure. Very similar to Boys and Girls Club in terms of making sure that we focus on the learning gap during the summer. We're actually partnering with United Way to do their United Way math program. So we have hands-on activities where they get to expand upon the learnings from the school year into the summer. So that when they go back into school, that upcoming school year, they're ready to hit the ground running when it comes to math. We also have a Harmony program that we implement in our program, which is really focused on relationships and learning how to manage conflicts. And so if they're playing with their peers and they're not getting along, they know how to step back and have a meaningful conversation instead of just shutting down.
While I have you, Larry, talk a little bit about how sign-up works, and then also how do families learn more about the programs? And then you mentioned safety around water, and I really want to talk about that. So can you tell us a little bit about how that safety around water program works?
Sure. As it relates to the registration process, they can visit one of the local family YMCAs to register on site, or they also can do the convenient way of registering from their mobile device or any type of electronic that they have at home from using our online services. With safety around water, it's actually embedded into our day camp program. program.
Okay.
And so part of the rotation throughout the week is for them to go to the pool, and we have swim tests. So they get to determine whether or not they are good swimmers, are they advanced, or they are new ones. And so with that, they have a wristband that lets the lifeguards on site know where they are in their swimming abilities, and then they provide them with the training to where they get to become a little bit more comfortable in water, so to speak, in terms of swimming, in terms of knowing how to float, and then also just to signal if they need some assistance.
That's great. Dexter, how do kids sign up for the Boys and Girls Club?
Pretty much the same. You can go to our website at www.bgcgh.org. There is a parent portal, our brand new parent portal, where all of our parents can sign up online. A couple of clicks, it's really, really easy.
Okay, sounds great. Well, I want to thank you both so much for joining us. Coming up, we're going to talk about summer safety with HISD Chief of Police Shamara Garner. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
HISD Now, the district's new and improved YouTube channel, bringing you fresh stories every day from important district announcements and conversations.
These two leaders are laser focused on making sure current HISD students graduate ready for the future.
To student spotlights.
I started doing this when I was in kindergarten.
Our main goal is to eliminate polystyrene in all of the schools.
What I love most about this school is that there's a lot of wildlife. Like there's a bunch of chickens, and there's a butterfly garden and all, and squirrels and stuff.
Campus celebrations and all the amazing things happening across our schools.
As you can see, Forrester Elementary is ready for the start.
Y también tenemos contenido en español, tu idioma.
También trabajamos lo que son las visas H1B.
Invitamos a que más padres hispanos y de todos que vengan y apoyen su escuela.
Porque esto es HISD Now!
Stay in the loop, subscribe to HISD Now so you and your family never miss a moment.
Now let's talk about safety. We're headed into both summer break and the hurricane season, and we want every family to feel prepared. Joining me now is Chief Shamara Garner, HISD Chief of Police, to share important summer and hurricane safety tips. Hi, Chief.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So give us some safety tips. What are the key safety tips for students who might be home alone or outside during the day?
Well, I like to say, as it pertains to preparing for safety tips about summer, with freedom comes responsibility. So in terms of safety tips for summer, we want to make sure that whether we're riding our bikes, whether we're around water in the pool, whether we're on the computer, whether we are visiting other friends, that we remain safe. As it pertains to riding our bikes, a helmet can't help if it's on the handlebars. So make sure that we have our helmets on. And the same things that we do throughout the school year in terms of when we're riding our bikes, we come to a crosswalk or a light or whatever, we stop. Those practices should continue into the summertime. Look left, look right, look left again. Don't dart out between cars. Try to make eye contact with the driver to make sure that you are safe. We're in Houston. We all know it's hot and humid. So heat doesn't take a break, neither does hydration. So parents, make sure kids are hydrated. Look for signs of dehydration, whether it's the clammy skin, whether, there's some nausea or some vomiting occurring. We want to keep them cool. We want to keep them hydrated. And practice water safety, whether we're at the Y or whether we are at our pool or a neighbor's pool. If we don't see the kids, we can't protect the kids. So always monitor them when they're in the water. Even in the kiddie pools, you may think that they're safe because of the water being shallow. Never take your eyes off the kids when they're around the pool.
Yeah, those are great tips. Especially love the tip about safety around water. I think sometimes we can get consumed with our phones and we're not actually watching.
Right.
And so having kind of a parent on duty is a good idea.
Absolutely.
So can you talk a little bit about what steps families should take to stay safe in regards to the hurricane season?
Well, plan now, not later. And also know your evacuation routes and the routes you would take. There's a saying, 3 days, 3 ways. Make sure that you have on hand 3 days of water supply, food supply, and medication. have 3 ways by which you can receive information. You know, whether it's your phone, whether it's a transitional radio, or having that conversation with family and friends. Already have that planned out, so when the hurricane comes, we're not caught off guard, or we minimize being caught off guard. Also, charge it, fill it, and backfill it, if you will. Make sure our phones are charged. We fill our gas tanks, and if we need to backfill any type of files or anything, if your electricity goes out, just little things like that, little safety tips to help everyone be safe and be prepared.
Wonderful. So my last kind of safety question for you is, we're all technology savvy. Talk about any safety apps or any things around alerts that families should sign up for.
When you say that, I smile because I have a 23-year-old, and he is under the belief that we as a family need not have the location devices, the location apps on our phones. But whether your child is 2 or 22, it's a good tool to have. And I'm not going to endorse one over the other, but just having that peace of mind that you know where your family member is, whether it's your child or any loved one. And I'm glad you mentioned technology, because I didn't mention it earlier in terms of being safe. So we want to make sure, again, with the freedom students have, there's responsibility. So be mindful of what we watch, what we're clicking. Think before we click. Think before we respond to something. And make sure that the children understand that certain information need not be shared. Personal information, their address, their phone numbers, and things of that nature. In that same vein, we want to educate our students, and make sure you want to educate your children. At whatever age you think is appropriate, make sure they know that information. Not to share it, but to know it. If they get lost or something, need to be separated. What is your address? What is mom's number? I know so many times we have everything saved on the phone and we don't know numbers by heart, but I think that's a good practice to have, to make sure students and our children have that information. So I hope I answered your question. I'm kind of going around when things kind of pop in my head. So,
well, thank you so much, Chief. Thank you to all of our community partners who help keep HISD families informed and safe. We wish you a joyful, safe, and enriching summer. We'll see you all at the next town hall. Have a great day.